Hey my loves, welcome back to Growing with Kat. I'm your host Kat, and this podcast is all about helping you find ways to balance and unify your mind, body, and soul. I post these episodes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and in each episode I dive into steps you can take to help you on whatever journey you are on. And I cover topics such as wellness, the real that happens in business, raising your vibrations, how to create the life you desire, self-development, and much more topics. Now, in today's For Real Friday, we're talking about my first ever collaboration. Now, I am doing this the day of the collaboration, and I believe that the episode will be out this Thursday, meaning if you're listening to this, then it's already out. So the collaboration is on Being Better Podcast. It is a really amazing podcast with a really amazing person. Her name's Julia, and she created this podcast, and her blog is amazing, and everything will be, of course, put into the description below. But be ready to see her in a couple of episodes next month. So today we are talking about collaborations, which is something I did not know that I would even be doing. It's kind of insane to think that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, I guess you would say. And I also want to speak upon that because sometimes you're going to do stuff that scares the living crap out of you. And talking to different people and talking to new people is one of those things that scare the living crap out of me. And just doing this collaboration and doing the interview with her, and the episode is about procrastination, and just it felt nice. It was different, of course. It was my first one, so hopefully I did good. But she was so sweet and she was so knowledgeable, and it's amazing to help all around, I guess you would say, to be able to reach more people. And it's nice to know that someone listened to my podcast and was like, I really want her on mine. That kind of gave me butterflies, but then I was kind of scared because I'm like, oh my god, she listens to me. Of course, duh. And sometimes you have to do what scares you to get out of your shell, because I know for a fact that in my future I will be speaking more in front of people, and it scares me because I've never been good at speaking. I actually just got a book about public speaking, which I've been reading, and I actually really enjoy, and hopefully it will help me get better at conversating. But the first thing that it tells you is hey, you're not going to really learn how to public speak unless you public speak. So unless you speak, and I realize I'm not gonna grow and I'm not gonna learn if I don't get out of my shell. I remember signing up for this thing called Audrey or whatever, Audrey.com. I don't know, but it was a thing where podcasters can meet. And I remember someone was like, oh my god, they wanted to collaborate with me, I guess you would say, through the app. And I still haven't answered them, on some real shit. I still haven't answered because I was so scared. But then I'm so glad that this was my first collaboration, and that I have somebody that I can be hey, I want you to be on this episode. Can you show up? And it's really nice to have someone else, because she was talking about how sometimes if it's just you talking, sometimes it can get bothersome for the person, or maybe to you guys, because I really do want to start adding in interviews and start adding in other people, because this is all about journey, and all of us are on a different journey, and I really would love people to talk about their journeys and what they've been through and how they get through it. And everyone goes through different things. Like my best friend, she's in an Ivy League school, and I'm pretty sure that puts a lot of stress on someone. So I would love to have her on and talk about that. But I've just never found the confidence and the strength. So I'm really grateful for her, again, Being Better podcast. Her name's Julia. I'm really grateful for her for kind of pushing me out of the shell I put myself in. Fear can stop us from doing a lot of things that are beneficial, and you kind of have to sit here and say, okay, what am I getting out of not doing this, and what am I getting out of doing this? I actually wrote this down. So I put how to deal with the fear and stress of doing stuff that scares you. Ask yourself these questions: will you die from doing this? What will you lose from not doing it? What will you gain from doing it? Which outweighs the other? And why are you scared? And you have to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing and what is your purpose. My purpose is to help those who are on their journey, who feel lost, who need that hand that I wish I had when I was younger. And I'm still young now, so it's just me going through life, but I feel like I have people with me. I feel like people understand more than I did before. And so with collaborating, me answering these questions, will you die from doing this? No, I will not die from collaborating. Okay, so if you're not going to die from doing something, most likely do it, because why the hell not? Like, why wouldn't you just do it? Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, seriously, what is the worst that can happen from doing something that scares you? If it's public speaking, if it's this, if it's that, okay, maybe you wimp out. Like, like for a fact that if I were to get up on stage and I would be completely scared, I think I would tell everyone, like, yo, I'm scared as hell and I'd rather run off of the stage than be here, but I'm gonna stay on here and I'm gonna try my best. And maybe I'll forget the things I have to say, and there can be so many things that can happen, but will I die from it? No. I'll just be very, very embarrassed, but like, I'd rather be embarrassed than die, I guess you would say. And like, I'd rather do something that I've never actually done than just be afraid of something. Like, how am I afraid of something I've never done? You get what I'm saying? Like, we were talking about procrastination in the episode, and I really want you guys to listen to that episode, so I really don't want to speak more on it, but we were speaking about like perfectionism and how you feel like you should be at a certain part. You feel like you should, if I'm speaking in front of people, like, I feel like I should be up there, but maybe I may not be up there. I may still be like, on my way getting there, and it takes time. But as long as you're not gonna die, you're good, okay? I put, if I do not do this collaboration, I will lose an amazing opportunity with an amazing person, because, oh my gosh, she's such a sweet person, and because of her, I saw snow, which was real cool, even though we were FaceTiming, but like, I enjoyed it so much, and I enjoyed her energy, and I enjoyed what she knew, and it was very nice to talk to someone about a subject that you both, like, even though you may have, like, the knowledge, like, it's like you're passing on knowledge, like, hey, this is what I know, and it's like, wow, like, that's super cool, like, I really like that. Yeah, she's a very self-aware human being, and it's amazing to see that, because that's something I'm working on. So it's cool to see someone who is great at something you suck at, because it's like, oh my god, teach me more, like, I need it, I like want to learn. And then I put for the third one, if I do this collaboration, I will hopefully gain a friend, more reach, and conquer my fears, which I feel like I did. I gained a friend. she's gonna have more reach on my podcast. I'm gonna have more reach on her podcast, which really helps because then we're helping more people understand certain subjects, because she talks about things like running. She's into plants. She is vegan, so if y'all are into that, I would say listen to her podcast or follow her blog. Like, I'll leave all her stuff in the description below, of course, and then just be ready to listen to her on this podcast real soon. I don't know exactly when, but I promise you next month you will see her maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. We don't know, but be ready for that. And then I put which outweighs the other, and I put the good outweighs the bad, because in this situation the good completely outweighs the bad. But I did conquer a fear. I conquered a fear of talking to someone for the first time. I conquered the fear of collaborating and feeling like I was so scared of messing up. I was so scared of rambling. I was so scared of not knowing the answers to any questions, but it felt so flowy, I guess you would say. Like, it flowed together perfectly. Flowy isn't a word. And then I was scared of being judged, laughed at, and failing. Like, that's why I was scared. I was scared of just looking stupid. Like, and it was in front of someone. Like, someone else is listening to my stuff. It's not like it's just me. It's like that person is there. That person is like, it's like doing it live, if that makes sense. But like, I also want to do that. I want to be able to one day do my podcast live, like the day of, like, here you go, it's me. Like, I really want to do that one day. So, you know, maybe this is a little start for me to start getting comfortable being on the camera. You know, just it's like once one door opens, so many others open. And sometimes you just need to conquer that little fear, and then everything else will come smoothly, I guess you would say. And yeah, like, I'm so excited for what is to come for Growing with Kat, what is to come with her podcast, again, Being Better Podcast. You know, God, follow. Trust me, when she makes me want to go running. Like, that's the crazy part, is like, I never really liked running and but she makes me want to do things that like I never really wanted to do. And she's so knowledgeable, bro. Like, so knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than me by a long shot. And you gotta listen to her. Like, seriously, you gotta listen to the podcast episode that I'm on. You gotta listen to all her other podcast episodes. She's just starting, but trust me, you will not regret it. Like, seriously, you will not. Yeah, so like, I'm thankful for her for this opportunity, because it really means a bunch to be able to do this and to be able to like open this door and you know, conquer this fear and gain a new friend and just reach other people that I may have not been able to reach on my own. So yeah, I never even started. This is For Real Fridays. I'm so sorry. I literally just like jumped through. So I'm so sorry. So this was a For Real Friday. I do hope you enjoy. For Real Fridays are where I talk about the real that happens in my business. And today was about collaborations, and, you know, just conquering a fear of mine, which I really want to talk about, because I think that's it's very important. It is. And I really wanted to give a shout out to her before the episodes come in, because, you know, like, I'm just thankful. Like, seriously, I'm truly thankful for her giving me this opportunity. But we're on the last minute of this episode, so to wrap it all up, I hope you enjoyed this episode, all about just collaborations and conquering your fears. I'm so grateful for you listening to this episode and to future episodes. Stay tuned for the next episodes, because this month is all about setting yourself up this month for amazing 2021. Remember that the 2021 workbook will only be free until January 31st, so hop on that that, because then it'll be $15. Also make sure you rate, review, and share this podcast if you loved my energy, and if I helped you in any way, shape, or form. Always remember, you got this, you're amazing, and I cannot wait to see you on Tuesday in the next episode. See you soon, my loves.
God Low on the track.